Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever video on Booktube. I am Sneha. I am a senior in high school, and this is my Booktube channel. So I decided to do this Booktube Newbie Tag as my first video on YouTube. And here's this. Before I start, I got this idea from Cappuccino, who's also just uploaded her first video, Booktube Newbie Tag. She had asked her followers on Twitter to submit some questions that they wanted to ask her, along with the 9 questions of the Booktube Newbie Tag. So from her, I got the idea of asking my 5 followers if they wanted to ask me any question, and some of them did. So I think I've got 2 or 3 questions more along with the Booktube Newbie Tag. So first things first, I'm going to be doing all the Booktube Newbie Tag questions, and then I'm going to move into the questions that they asked. I am filming this for the 50th time today. I filmed this. I actually filmed a nice one, but in the middle of it, my dad walked in. Fun. But yeah, let's get started. Let me just get my questions right here. So I have my laptop here, so I'll be looking here to look at the questions. But than that, I just kicked my chair, which is my tripod. Wow. Let's get started. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I wanted to do something creative. I love reading books. I love talking about books. And when I first discovered Booktube, I just completely fell in love with it. I never knew there was a place where people just met and talked about books, and that was actually something that other people also looked at, watched, and liked. So I think that was amazing, and I wanted to join as soon as I can, which is now. And yeah, I wanted to do something creative. Love reading books, love listening to people talk about books, love talking about books. So here I am on Booktube. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? That's difficult. I don't know if I can bring anything particularly, like I don't have anything specific thought of yet, but one thing that may come is I'm going to be moving continents. This September I'm going to be moving to uni, which is another continent. I'm going to be moving away from my entire support system that I've built here, and I think that will be kind of interesting if I can relate that to books. I mean, most of you guys do move out to uni, and you guys do live alone, but I've never done that, so that's gonna be fun. So I think the 2 things that I can bring into Booktube are more mental breakdowns. Yay. Let's go down. Okay, third question. The third question is, what are you most excited for about this channel? The most excited I am for this channel is that I get to make more friends. Kind of need that. Kind of need to make more friends, and also because I genuinely do like meeting people who like the same things that I do, books, and I do want to make more bookish friends through this channel. Fourth question is, why do you love reading? Why do I love reading? Okay. I have always read to get lost in the world that is there in this book. So yeah, I think I read books and I love reading because they help me escape. the shithole place that I am in. I know it's not a satisfactory answer, but yeah, that's why I love reading. I just love reading, dude. Okay, the fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? I don't remember which book or series that got me into reading, because I've been reading since I was a little kid, a wee little kid. I've been reading since then. But I had stopped reading. I had stopped reading a lot for some time. For like 2 or 3 years, I didn't read a lot. And the book that got me back into reading more than a book a year or 2 books a year is 1984 by George Orwell. This book got me back into reading. No lie. After reading this book last November, I started reading more books, and yeah, that's that. The sixth question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I have 2 questions that I want to ask my favorite booktubers. One is, how the frickety frick do you read 15 books in a month? How? I can read 5, maybe 7 books a month. 15, 18. Those are 2 very specific numbers. I think you know who one of my favorite YouTubers will be. Talking about Paperback Dreams, she has been reading like 18 books, 15 books a month this year, and I'm like, how? But yeah, and the second question that I would want to ask booktubers is, how do they differentiate critical reading versus reading from enjoyment? Because every book that I read, sometimes what happens is I enjoy a particular character, I enjoy a particular thing about the book, and because of that I can't be very harsh with the book, even though like the book is bad, but I like one thing and that makes me kind of like it more. So how do you make that difference between critically reading and then reading for enjoyment? That's my second question, and we go on to the 7th question in the tag, which is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the biggest challenge will be finding time to film when nobody is home. And the other thing, actually the bigger challenge will be not hating my face and voice enough to edit and upload this video. We'll hit this. Okay, question 8 is, when did you start reading? Again, I started reading when I was 4 or 5. Both my parents are very avid book readers, and I have always been reading books. So yeah, I've been reading since then. 9th question is, what books do I like to read? What kind of books do I like to read? I like to read books across all genres, but if I would have to pick out 3 of my favorite genres, they would be classics, fiction, and thriller. No, if I had to pick out 3 of my favorite genres, I think it would be classics, fiction, and fantasy. I really do like reading books from these genres. Though I have been getting into dark academia, I have been getting into a little bit of thriller and a little bit of horror. I do want to explore those genres more because they seem very interesting, and I think I would like reading those kind of books. So if you have any book recommendations from these genres, please comment them and I will try and read them. If I can get them, I will try and read them. But yeah, dark academia is slowly, getting ahead. These are the kind of books that I like to read. Okay, then So that is the end of the questions in the Booktube Newbie Tag. I'm now going to be moving forward to the questions that 3 people asked me. We love being so famous. No, literally, 3 people asked me some questions and I'm going to answer them. So, the first question I was asked was by The Reader's Wand. I will link her channel down below. She is amazing. You should definitely go check her videos out. She asked me, what emotion do you feel the most? I would say I feel is stressed an emotion? I feel anxious and sad. Like recently that is what I've been feeling a lot. Been feeling sad and anxious a little more than I've been feeling happy. But I think now that I will stop going to high school, like now that my high school is ending and I'll be graduating high school this month, I think I'll be a little happier. I think I'll start going out a little more. There'll be a change in the people I meet, and yeah, let's see. So that was the question. The next question I got is from Zach Tries to Read, and he asked me, do you think there are any major differences between the book communities in America and the one in India? So, okay, to be completely honest, I am not that aware of the book community in India. I am not that frequent, or I'm not that involved in the book community in India. I know maybe 2 Indian booktubers. I know Haley and I know Sai. Both their links will be down. Both their channel links will be in the description. I know 2 of them. But yeah, I am not particularly involved in the Indian book community. I know it is there, because there are weekly book clubs and book meetings in India. So I don't think I can say if there is any difference. The one difference that I have noticed between India and America is when it comes to libraries, especially in the place where I live. So I don't know about the rest of India, but the place where I live, there are very few libraries which have new releases. So they have a great collection, they have a lot of books, but I think they lack a little when it comes to the new collections and stuff. And I think that's the only major difference that I find, not anything else. So yeah, the next questions is from my best friend. My best friend asked me a couple of questions, because thank you. You know who you are. So her first thing was suggest some books, and I am going to suggest the books which I absolutely loved or am loving recently, and these are only recent reads. So the first book is obviously 1984 by George Orwell. Chef's Kiss. It is amazing. You should definitely read that. It is also freakishly, so it is, our world is also freakishly close to how the dystopian world in that book. That's the first book. Second book that I would recommend is Music to the Flame Lilies by Megha Rao. It is her third book and I quite liked it. It's very beautiful. You'll get it. It's beautiful. Any Rick Riordan book. Even the books that he even the worst books, even Blood of Olympus is good. Even Blood of Olympus. And the last book that I am really enjoying right now, and I would highly recommend for people who are into secret clubs and societies in uni. I mean, this book, The Secret History by Donna Tartt, is like completely destroying any, like, I want to join a secret society when I go into uni this year. Like, this is not good for me, but I would highly recommend this book. It is really good. I have read like 300 pages of this book right now, and I do like it a lot. Those are 4 books that I'm recommending. I'm sure I will be recommending more books once I start reading more. And my exams, okay? So I'm forgiven. I had my exams. Okay. Then she asked if you could maybe rewrite a book, which one would it be? I don't think that I could rewrite a book, because I think authors do an amazing job. They, even if the books are not, even if the book, I don't find the books that great, I can't ignore all the hard work and all the creative intelligence it takes to write a book. I could never understand that, and so I kind of don't have, I mean, I wouldn't want to rewrite any book, but if there is one book in which I could make changes to, like small changes, I think it will probably be the Grisha trilogy, in which I would just like, I just want to add a little spice to Alina and Mal's personality, just a little. And I am not, I truly genuinely love the Grisha trilogy. I do not mean to hate on it. I do not mean to hate on any of the characters or Lee Bardugo, but if there is a book in which I could make small changes in it, hypothetically, it will be the Grisha trilogy. I would just like to add a little bit of personality into Mal and Alina. Yeah. Please don't come after me. Okay. The last question that she asked was, who are your favorite booktubers and bookstagrams? Spill. Okay, this is gonna take an hour. Like, pause the video, go get your tea. This is gonna take an hour. I've got so many of them. I am not that into Bookstagram. I mean, I have an account. There's like 2 posts in it, maybe, but I'm not that freakishly into Bookstagram because I just don't, like, I can't figure it out. But I am freakishly active on Book Twitter and Booktube. I mean, I watch a lot of Booktubers. So I'm just gonna give out a list of my favorite Booktubers. These are the Booktubers that actually got me into Booktube. So I still have many more favorite Booktubers, but these are, I think, like my OG favorites. So the first one is, I mean, I don't think it's a surprise, but Read with Cindy. That depressed bitch is my spirit animal. Second, Paperback Dreams Cat is also amazing. I love how she can critically think and review books even Jordan Harvey. I love her book discussions. I love her trope talks. They are so well thought, so well put together, and I think her latest video, the one about After, the production value, damn, like that video was good. So I think the Paper Cut Book Club is like my OG favorite booktubers. Then I also have other favorite booktubers. Zach Tries to Read. His videos are great. Like, come on, that guy can get drunk over a Stephen King book, and who doesn't want to do that? I also really love watching Claudio's videos. his channel is probably going through a name change, but I really love watching his videos. I also recently found out about Andy, and again, great videos. They edit the videos so well, and I'm just in awe how they can articulate their words and make a video. The list goes on and on. I do want to check out more booktubers. I do want to watch more booktubers. So comment down below your channels or your favorite booktubers, and I would definitely want to watch and increase the number of booktubers I want, because who is really studying here? But yeah, so that was my Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I mean, if you are here till the end and you enjoyed this entire shit show, thank you. I mean, really, thank you. If you maybe like want to see this face, talk about books a little more, subscribe, maybe. I mean, I promise I'll be putting up videos consistently. I have nothing else to do except read books. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. I do not have an outro or an intro or a particular way in which I filmed this video, but stop rambling. Bye.